Hello, welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. I'm Liz, and it's time for episode 74 of What's in My Tumbler. And I already have Momo in my lap, so if you hear him later, that's what he's doing. We are going to start off with Crazy Cow. Crazy Cow is the Mexican crazy lace agate and Mookite mixed together. These are in stage one, and they are just going to go through a typical inspection, make sure nothing's going on, and then they are going to move on and stay in stage one. I don't think I have very many pieces of this that are ready to move on. But I thought I'm not going to leave anybody hanging, and I'll talk about the thumbnail that says my cat drank my rock slurry. Momo did, in fact, decide that the Shungite rock slurry looked delicious and decided to drink some of it. So I thought I would share what I was told by my vet. This is not medical advice. If your cat or pet drinks your slurry, please call your own vet. But he's going to be fine. So essentially, Shungite is almost entirely carbon. Carbon is not toxic, so we don't need to worry about a toxicity issue. The grit, silicon carbide, also not toxic. In fact, so it's not going to make him sick just because he ate it, but it is metal shavings, and that can cause intestinal irritation. So we do have to keep an eye on him for that. So far, he has not shown any signs of that. So thankfully, that is so far so good. It's been about 24 hours at this point, and he hasn't shown any signs of being sick or not feeling well. But I will say that if you were tumbling a rock that is potentially toxic, some rocks can. For instance, Tiger's Eye has asbestos. It's fine for you to handle it because it's encased in the quartz. Some people say the dust can be kind of dangerous, so if you are tumbling it, you always want to make sure you're not just around the dust of it. So if you dry out your slurry, you might inhale it that way. But again, if the slurry would potentially have asbestos in it, and had he drunk something like that, then I would definitely be more concerned and take him to the vet. But since the rock I'm tumbling is non-toxic, all I need to do is watch him for intestinal irritation, and he seems to be fine from that. So, what we're looking at now is Bam Bam. This is the river rock. It's staying in stage one for a while. I might throw some bigger rocks in there to help with the tumbling because I think the gravel, there's just too much gravel in there. All right, Shungite. This is still in stage one because I had a few more rocks that needed to go through. Still collecting the slurry, which is how he got a hold of it to drink it. I had put it on the floor because I didn't have anywhere else to put it, and then turned my back for literally 2 seconds, and he just dove right in. But anyway, so still keeping the slurry because I'm going to keep the slurry from all of the stages to see if there's a difference in how the ink turns out based on, the grit and the type of grit that was used. So, but look at that nice cool gold mark that one has. I think that's going to look cool. So if you've never seen it before, Shungite does have little gold streaks that run through it, and I think it looks really cool. So this is going to go into a soap cycle. It's ready to move on to stage 2, so we're going to do that. So a soap cycle for just a few hours. This stuff is super... So the thing about this is it's very messy. You can see how black my fingers are. It's very messy when it comes out of a grinding stage, but then after it's had a cleaning cycle like this, you can pick it up and it doesn't turn your fingers black. So even though all I did was run some soap through it, it's a lot cleaner after the soap cycle. So just something to keep in mind if you ever do tumble Shungite is that it can be and is very messy. It gets everywhere, but it's worth it, I think. It's one of my favorite rocks. But anyway, Momo, stop trying to eat my microphone cord. All right, getting this filled up, and it's going to go into stage 2. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of stage 2 grit and a tablespoon of borax, and that's ready to move on. Momo. Like I said, he's feeling perfectly fine because now he's trying to eat my cord. All right, and Leviathan. This is the new barrel as of last week. This is Ocean Jasper and Dragon's Bloodstone. And so this is in stage 1. It's probably going to be in stage 1 for quite a while. But we're going to do like we always do. We're going to give it a quick rinse. And then do sorting, looking for anything that's ready to move on into stage 2. None of the ocean jasper is. I expect that the ocean jasper takes a very long time to smooth out. There were a few pieces of the bloodstone that are ready to move on, but not a whole lot. Definitely not enough for a stage 2, so we're going to just move that on. So that's the rest of the dragon bloodstone in there, last piece of the sci-fi jasper that somehow got missed, and then a piece of rose quartz, just to sort of fill that up a little bit more. I might end up having to put some mixed stones in here, at least temporarily, through stage 1, just to get everything done and ready for stage 2, but we'll see. So anyway, thanks for watching. If your pet ever drinks your slurry, call your vet. Know what your rocks are made of so you know whether or not they're toxic, and I hope to see you back next week.